Welcome guys to another edition of On My Workbench. You've seen me work on the Force Impulse in the last episode, and this is what I've done. The blue parts, I think they turned out quite nice, and I'm pleased with the Vallejo Model Air Blue that I used for the first time. It's a nice deep blue. It turned out fairly dark, but I like it like that, and I think I'm gonna leave it like it is. The reds aren't as bright as well, and in the overall color scheme I think that will be very harmonic. Now I missed some parts, forgot to do them, and there are also some baby blue or sky blue, very light blue parts on the Force Impulse, like this stuff here and these on the what's it called, pelvis guard on these things here, and I'm thinking about using different colors for that, but I'm not sure. We will see when I get to them. Yeah, and when I finish that, the only thing that's left are the metallics. Oh, and I also left this guy out because I just wasn't in the mood for all the masking on the wings, and it's tedious work. But I'll get to that. That's the progress on the Force Impulse. Now you've also seen some painting on the gym. I did this one, and I still have some stuff to do on that, because if you look at the manual, there's some parts like here under the arm, in the armpit, that need to be in frame color, in metal. I also need to do this panel here, but I think that's it. Then one thing I have to do is paint his beam saber, which looks like this at the moment, and that will be interesting. Try to I think I tried to replicate this kind of shading with the white in the middle. Yeah, and then we can get on to decals, which will be fun. I also did some work on the Force Impulse. I'm jumping here, sorry guys. Jumping back to the Force Impulse. I did some metallics on these joints, and if you've been following along, you know that I was a bit afraid that I wouldn't be able to do this, but it kind of works. It's not the best solution. I hand painted that. Oops. But as you can see, it works and it doesn't scratch even without top coat. So, well, there's some scratch. Alright, but I think I can manage that. Okay. Now to something different. I told you in one of the last videos that I was going to weather the gym up, and I showed you this picture as an example. Well, where is it? Right there. And there is some weathering on here, but it's not a lot. And I thought, well, if we're talking about weathering, why not show you some sources I like to work with. I'm only gonna show you two, but the best reference overall are real pictures of worn out and heavily used machines, be it tanks or heavy working machines, stuff like that, trucks and caterpillars and this stuff, that kind of stuff. But two sources that I really like are, number one, Arming Fighting Vehicle Acrylic Techniques by Mick Jimenez by Vallejo, so not necessarily an unbiased tutorial DVD, but it's quite good. It explains all the techniques you need to paint and weather up a tank with Miguel's technique, and it does a really good job. Of course, you will only see Vallejo's products used in this, but I'm almost exclusively using Vallejo paints anyway, so for me that's not a problem. And one thing that's special about this is that it only uses acrylic paints, so it's all water-based, no solvents involved, and there are some, I would say, innovative techniques to get results that you normally would only get with lacquer-based or alcohol-based thinners. Yeah, nice. And it also comes with a nice booklet that I always have on my bench, and it basically goes over all the steps: base coating, decals, washes, applying rust, oil, mud and wood, painting wood, and nice. But as you can see, all Vallejo's paints and pigments, but you can substitute this, no problem. Very nice DVD. The narrator is a Spanish guy talking English, which is at first a bit, let's say, funny, but you can understand him really good, and it's narrated quite well. Yeah, that's the first source of inspiration. And on this DVD they do a lot of hand painting, so all these chipping effects are actually painted with a brush. They do some sponge chipping, but only in select parts, and it's more concerned with the overall look of the tank after you've done the weathering process. So that's nice, but in some cases the tutorials don't go into too much depth. So maybe you should also check out other tutorials along with this. There's plenty on the internet. Okay, that was that. Another source of inspiration I wanted to show you is this badass. It's the Model Masterclass by Imperial Armor, Forge World. Very thick, hardbound book, nice production, and being a sci-fi modeler, I think it's quite nice to have something that is concerned with science fiction models, but takes its roots from scale modeling, from military scale modeling. So you have all the techniques in here, and well, Forge World is they make nice products, nice quality products, and this is no exception. You will have nice glossy pictures, a lot of nice glossy pictures of all the stuff. Very nice dioramas and single vehicles, planes, I should say aircraft. Very nice stuff, and it's explained in very briefly, just a few paragraphs here and there, and it's more about all the pictures. Well, don't get me wrong, there are good explanations in here, but they're a bit short. They even go into some scratch building and stuff. How to build your models, how to work with resin. Here's the infamous rivet technique with Brita filters. Go over all the materials and explain them shortly. All the stuff you will need, or you can use. You don't need all of this stuff. Overall, a very nice production and very inspiring. I mean, just lots and lots of nice stuff, and really nicely painted. Yeah, very nice. If you're interested in this kind of models, or in modeling and weathering, I can definitely recommend this. It's very nice, and it's also just for looking at the pictures and for sitting down and dreaming about all the possibilities. Because there's some really nice stuff in here. Yeah, that's Imperial Armor Model Masterclass Volume 1. I haven't looked at Volume 2, but I think that should be nice as well. Alright, let's get on to some painting.